This is very good because only 4 people have left. I just thought, let's see who was one away from winning. I always wanted to introduce this to the lottery. They draw another 6 numbers to see who didn't win 153 million. Very good. Very good. Okay, here we are. It's on the blue, and it's number 444.
Close.
Oh, it's you! Loser! Give me one of your CDs! That's exactly what I'm going to do. If you want one, sir, please help yourself to any of the CDs. There is a wonderful Christmas record, which the songs of which 90% of them are original songs of ours, and we will be playing at the Square Tower in December, and we will be performing with the fantastic Marion Fleetwood, who's a folk, wonderful. I don't know why she does it for plays with us, because she's so famous. She's playing with loads of famous people. Lyndon Webb, Trish Power, and Tony Bennett's bass player, Jerome Davis. So please, if you'd like that CD, you don't have to. There's some Nolan Sisters CDs there, and various other CDs. No, I you just reminded me about lyrics. It's really, I'm a bit anal about lyrics, and I'm not a I try to be a songwriter. I try, and I'm nothing compared to the seminal people that I really love. But I just don't understand people that don't get the lyric right. But far be it for me to criticise the godlike genius, Ralph McTell, who's been really supportive of us. But yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news, no. Yesterday's papers told the day before's news. It's just not right. It's just ruined it. Now, that is possibly because I'm mentally ill. But like an Elton John, you know, Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. No, it's not. It's fucking boiling. Didn't you go to physics? No, I hate it. And I hate people rhyming the same word with the same word. Which ironically in the second half I'm going to do. You know, Howard Jones, who I think is a brilliant songwriter. Howard Jones? Yeah. I think he's a great songwriter. You know, he was dragged into the pop world, but I think he is an amazing songwriter. He's a lovely, lovely man. I remember him saying to me once, he said, yeah, hang my coat up. And he well, I didn't work in a restaurant, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But, you know, what has love got to do with it anyway? Does anyone know what love is anyway? Like, they were just punching. Right, this set, you must tell me to shut up. I had the pleasure of working in Nashville for a very short amount of time. I went to Nashville to become a waiter. So I became a singer-songwriter, hoping that a chef would notice me. And I got quickly thrown out because, you know, I wrote that rehab song and thought it was really good, but they said no, meticulously, that's 5 syllables, you can't have. Is there any Americans in the audience? God for that. 5 syllables, you can't have 5 syllables in a country song. You can't do it. And this bloke sits across the table like this, with a guy saying, that's why no American president has ever had more than 2 syllables in their name. And I went, well, what about Kennedy? He went, that's Kennedy. I went, Roosevelt. I said, Roosevelt. I went, oh right. Anyway, so, and it was the rule, you know, it was like really fascinatingly formulaic and wonderful, and I found it very difficult to, you know, and I wanted to write about things, and this is a song that I really liked when I wrote there, but nobody liked it, and it was about a table that this woman that I went out with before my wife. See the theme. We got this little bed sit, and this song is about her. It's called, in a true tradition of furniture songs, it's called Just an Old Table. And I've played this for about 30 years. I don't even know what the chord is, but anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? It's just an old table, all battered and worn. I bought at a farm sale when our love was young. Stained and it wobbled, gave no end of trouble when old Jack tried to get it to go through the door. It was round that old table that we had our first meal. The chicken was dry and the corn hard as steel. Your beer was warm and my beer was flat. It's the best goddamn dinner a man ever had. It was just an old table we'd sit round every night, with 2 chairs from your mama and a mattress from mine. And we'd fight and we'd make up, but our lives were wrong. 1 room and that table, but we called it home. It was round that old table that you tried to explain that someone was going to steal you away. I sat there all night just repeating your name. From then on that table was never the same. It was just an old table, all battered and worn. I bought at a farm sale a long time ago. It's just an old table. Welcome back on stage, Jess Benns, play a song he's never heard. And I've never ever played live, ever. I went to meet my sister in London, and I went down Carnaby Street. When I was a kid with Pat Melody, remember that era where you used to let your kids, when they were 12 and 13 years old, to get the train up London, and we didn't get drunk or anything, we didn't go and vape or anything, we just like walk around the shops going, you know, and look at what we do. It was like 1972 or something, so it was like this, and we used to go up to Carnaby Street in Soho, and it was like really fantastically exciting, and, you know, and anyway, I went back a couple of, about 6 months ago, and in the corner of your eye, you could just see an old Carnaby Street. And I like that. Even in Portsmouth, I went down to Southsea Pier, and if you kind of look through a historical eye, you can see the grandeur and the wonder. And it's still brilliant, don't get me wrong, but you know, you can just see those amazing hotels And I kind of like that. Historically, I think it's great. Loads of places you kind of see that. Just, it's got to look slightly out of the side of your eye or something. And I went into this pub, the Old Coffee House. I don't know whether you know it in Soho. Do you know the Old Coffee House? The song's going to be lost on you. Well, I went in and there was a bizarre man in the corner who, you know, he's probably my age, but I thought he was old, an idiot. And I wrote this song about him. He's called The Priest of Carnaby Street, or as my wife calls it, don't ask someone in Carnaby Street for an aspirin if you've got a headache. So I woke up 3 days later in Brighton, an number 8 bus, talking to someone else's shoes. But there's a bit in this song that you have to sing, if that's okay. There's 2 na bits, and there's one bit where you have to go, and, what was it? And we watched him, and we watched him. Can you just try that? And we watched him. In a kind of 60s Carnaby Street thing. So try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we watched him. Yeah, just join in with me on that bit. And I hope you like it. Okay, buddy?
Up, down.
I don't know. Yeah, do that one. It's syncopation. Like.
Okay.
Well, let me start and see. Yeah, you know what to do. Yeah. Help is out now. Yeah, light and cool. That's cool.
Just like it.
Oh, shallow and cool. He wore a Lord John hat, canary cravat, cut throat. You were so good, I put me off. He wore a Lord John hat, canary cravat, long frock coat and shiny spats. I followed him to old Soho, swinging his cape past Lady Jane. Into the old coffee house he snuck. I didn't want a coffee, but I just had to stop. The barman said, you see him too. Are you following him or is he following you? Ready? As we watched him make little ships from serviettes, discarded butts of cigarettes, and sail them all on a sea of spilt coffee. cocktail sticks to the song. It's never too early for a Christmas song. I won't insult you, but if you've ever loved someone absolutely immeasurably from the bottom of your heart, you'll know how to sing this song. And please join in with the chorus, and a very Merry Christmas to you. When the snow has ceased to fall and the flowers cease to grow, when there are no more wheat fields, 'cause no wheat has been sown, when the last Christmas carol fades melodically, you will still be holding hands with me. When the last Christmas needle falls from the last Christmas tree, you will still be holding hands with me. Selfishness and greed tear down what we all believe. When old St. Nick's forgotten and that man from Galilee, when the last Christmas snowman melts into history, you will still be holding hands with me. When the last Christmas needle, go for it. When the last Christmas needle falls from the last Christmas tree, beautiful, you will still be holding hands with me. This fact above all others gives me strength to carry on. Your hand is always there for me when everyone has gone, and when the last Christmas candle burns down finally, you will still be holding hands with me. When the last Christmas needle falls from the last Christmas tree, beautiful, you will still be holding hands with me. Hey, sing that last line. When the last Christmas needle falls from the last Christmas tree, beautiful, you will still be holding hands with me. Do that last line. You will still be holding hands with me. Very, 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 very kind. Please welcome back the brilliant Jess. There's no rest for you, is there? I did want him to play bongos on that song, you know. Please forgive me, I don't wish to insult anyone if they've got spiritual beliefs like I have, but I wondered what the hell God was up to. And I wondered if he'd just taken himself away somewhere in heaven and just couldn't be bothered with us humans anymore. And So I wrote this song. I can't really play it, but I quite like it because it's the only song in the whole world that has the word Benny Hill in it. Benny Hill, darling. Benny Hill. He was a kind of he was a seminal comedian when I was a kid, but apparently he's slightly inappropriate now, which is probably everything about my childhood. You know, which is probably a good thing. But anyway, it's called God in the Bar, and it's for anyone who's ever bought a kipper tie. Anyone here bought a kipper tie? Excellent! I prefer coffee myself. Light, higgling and boggling, whatever you want, mate. Yeah, and a bit light, because I don't know how to play it. Ready? 2, 3, 4. First he took up drinking, then he took up smoking, then he gave up everything he loved. Then he gave up faith, charity and hoping, and his number blew the man from up above. They found him in a bar room, just this south of Eden, in a place he created called Satan's Tail, where the barman was Dean Martin, the waitress Jeremy Clarkson, and the band was Elvis, Mozart, and J.J. Cale. Gabriel took the next stool, folded his wings, tried to look cool, and asked God what the hell was going on. God didn't answer, well he rarely does. He just went, shh, listen to this song. This was God's cooking refrain. I'm sorry that the rain ran on rainbow trout. Sorry about the way that things turned out. Sorry about block trains, back pain, late trains, and kitten size. But it seemed like a good idea at the time. It's a Lady Madonna bit, mate.
Beautiful.
And then the brave angel asked him why. He put 2 peas in apple and he wanted pie. And how come you say bump never got a stitch? And how come Gerry Colvin don't want to be rich? God turned on his bar stool, tipped his hat, showed a tattoo of Mary, said, how about that? And he said he made mankind just for a laugh, from the bits left over after the giraffe. And when the man took a break, God laid out his big mistakes. Sorry that you think that I've let you down, just don't know how to turn it around. Sorry about striptease, Kennedy's bad knees, and PPI, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Oh, you're a genius! Benny Hill and Alfred Hitchcock did a Morris dance with Dr. Spock. Everybody wondered if they were in heaven or someplace else. And God moonwalked across the room, well he moves in mysterious ways. As Mozart on the harpsichord played a theme to Happy Days. Sunday, Sunday, happy days. And when the band returned again, God sat down and began to sing. I'm sorry that I Yes, it seemed like a good idea. Ready? At the time. Big ending. Yes, Benns. Come on back shortly. Is this okay, guys?
Yeah.
You can still hear the words in the balcony. This is gonna be hard. I normally anyway. So me and Pat Melody, we were. I was brought up in Orpington, and I was born up north in Barrow-in-Furness. But in Orpington there was a newspaper called the Orpington and Kentish Times, because they're very inventive in Kent, and we used to be the only people in school to read it religiously. And in there was an article and it said, "It's official, the happiest couple live in Orpington." And I thought, and so I read the article, and for years and years we kind of laughed about it, thinking, oh God. But it rang a bell in my head, a bit like other things in folk music, and all the music that we do rings a bell. This couple had lived on Tile Farm. It suddenly occurred to me that I lived next door in the Harmony estate to the Tile Farm estate, and we went to school in Tile Farm School. And I suddenly realised that these people that the article was about, that was their farm. So it wasn't like I thought the world was, it had been something different. So I think that sums up folk music, doesn't it? Yeah. And it was really peculiar. And they met at the church picnic, Farnborough Church. Do you remember that's where my Aunt Bridie got married? There was big shakes when I was a kid. I was a page boy. I'll show you a picture if you want. But anyway, they met there, and they ended up being married for 64 years, and they then went into a care home together, into the same care home, and I thought, anyone beat 64 years here? I think that's amazing, isn't it? And I wondered, I've been married for quite a few years to my wife, and after about 2 I wanted to kill her. 64, and I wondered what they'd done to make their life so wonderful after that many years. And I thought maybe they'd made their little life an island in the middle of a beautiful ocean. And maybe their farm was this wonderful little island of love, surrounded by an ocean that their love had created. And I wrote this song about it. It's called "You Live in a Care Home, Ha Ha Ha." Don't stop! It's not. I'm only joking. It's called "The Ocean," and it features on one of our records, which I can't recall the name of. Because I've been here since 5 o'clock. And he looked across at Jeannie, Jeannie looked right back, and she gave him that same awkward smile she gave the church picnic. And he walked across the dance floor like Moses through the sea. And he looked down on her freckled face, said, "Come dance with me." And he'd never been a dancer, never had much call, so he followed a circling speck of light from a glitter ball. And when the band stopped playing, they went and sat a spell. She became the ocean into which he fell. And they worked all day in the rock and the clay, and what he didn't squander, she hid away for that great future day when they'd build a boat from their hopes and both sail away on the ocean that their love had become that day. And she'd never need a lover, never had much call. So she stared the flickering candlelight on the bedroom wall. And when they lay together, the room was quiet and still. He became the ocean into which she fell. And they lived their entire lives down on Tile Farm, a place no bigger than a giant's palm. But to them it was an ocean their love had become, and each night they would sail into the sun. And he sat down beside Jeannie. Jeannie took his hand, and she gave him that same awkward smile she gave when it all began. And they looked across the water and at the setting sun as it sank into the ocean that their love had become. I'm not sure whether this is going to work. What's your name? I've forgotten. Sharon. Sharon. Sharon said, "Oh, I really like that song you used to do, you know, in the 18th century." Not that you were there, but your mum and dad told her. And I'm going to give it a go. I haven't done it. It's on the set list, but please welcome back Jesse Benns. I always like to do a song about my dad. Normally it's a song about a ridiculous story he lied to me about, but this is about growing up. I don't know about you, I've got my dad's coat, and I inherited it when he, and I put it on the other day and it fits. I can't be blunt. Because I remember my dad being about this wide, and about this tall, and it's not right. And all my uncles, they came from the generation where people used to wear suits to rob banks. Remember that? Remember that, And no, they weren't bank robbers. I don't think they weren't bank robbers, but it's really intriguing to think, and I wonder what your kids and future kids, what they'll think when they look back on this era of things. And I just remember I was very, very fortunate to have a wonderful, upbringing with great parents. I know a lot of people don't. They let me hide an Airfix kit that I got in 1965 and not make it, and all that stuff. But this song is all about. I just wonder, they were giants to us, and there we go. Yeah, I'll start it and then see if the bongos work. But you like to student. If you get away with this, I'm going to buy you a chuffing house. It's the only song in the whole world that has the word wrench in it. Not romantic wrench. wrench. Hand me that wrench, no, not that one. He told me before, but I did it wrong. But I knew that he wasn't mad over something like that. He wouldn't get mad. My mum would call us in to eat. She never liked to call it tea. Tea was what those people ate on the Harmony Estates, where I never played. Hands that were big as the sun, reaching down from heaven, and eyes as deep as oceans, pouring love upon you. And if I grew to be 100 foot tall, I wouldn't be tall at all. I'd still be the little man, little man, little man. I'd still be the little man, little man, little man. Can you sing the backing vocal? Little man, little man. Try it on your own. Oh, you geniuses. My sister lived just down the hall. Her room was big, mine was not at all. We never once heard him cuss, except when Jeff Hurst knocked him the third. Well, then really be there. Do your kids see you as we saw them? Giants who live in the sky and occasionally laugh and occasionally cry. Hands that were big as the sun, reaching down from heaven, and eyes as deep as oceans, pouring love upon you. And if I grew to be 100 foot tall, I wouldn't be tall at all. I'd still be the little man. Oh, give it a go, guys. I'd still be the little man. Beautiful. Men like you may never die. They just call out from another touchline. And he and I will never part. How can someone hate when the...
orders as well, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, crap. At the same time, damn. Does anyone need a drink? Oh, I'm so sorry. God, that's a bit early, isn't it? What time is it?
You're good.
No, what's the time?
It's 10:30, just gone. 1:30.
Oh, God, will it? Well, the song's only 4 minutes long. So anyway, I thought I'd fit it, because this is the one and only solo concert I'll probably ever do, because I'm never going to get booked again. But I thought I'd do loads of songs about this girl that we went to the lake with and everything. So would you like a song that's about a sing-along song, or would you like a song that's more officially sentimental?
Sing along.
Sing along.
Should we do?
Both.
Let's do Day After Day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So when we split up, she went off with Lee. Our things got mixed up. So I had all her Phil Lynott and Adam Ant records, and her cup. The mug that you have for breakfast tea, and she had mine, which is really annoying. You just drink that, stupid life I lead. So I was really angry, and I kind of wrote this song about her cup, and it's called I Really Hate Aston Villa. That would be a better title. Thank you for listening to us tonight. Can I have a massive hand, please, for brilliant John Benns and all the wonderful performers. And especially this amazing pub for entertaining the brilliant Broadside Folk Club. Don't forget, let's introduce other people to folk. If we all brought a small child to next week's gig, we'd all be arrested. Goes to the cupboard, picks out a cup with a hairline crack, puts it back. That was her cup. Makes himself breakfast, heart attack and toast. Picks up the post, looks for a card that won't turn up. There's a sun in the sky, so bright, creeping through his blinds. Today he is going to try. It's going to be such a beautiful day. It's the day after the day. Try it. It's the day after the day. Everyone, it's the day after the day she went away. Go for it, babe. Catches a smile in the girl's eyes he sees. She's driven into thinking of something he can't quite remember. Beautiful. He'd give her a piece of his mind if he could. away. One more. Yesterday, after day, after day, after day, after day, after day, after day, she went away. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what, this has been fantastic. Please support live music, and particularly folk music. There's some great stuff out there. And please put your name on the mailing list if you like what you've heard. And I hope to see you again at a gig soon. Thank you so much. Picks out a cup with a hairline crack, puts it back. That was his cup.
That guitar down because you're doing one more.
Have we got time? Are you sure, guys?
One more, yeah, as long as it's quick. One more song from Gerry, and then we'll take it quite quickly, okay?
Are you sure?
Yep.
Yes.
Have you got time?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Come on, Jess.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
For the young people in the audience, I really like photos, old photographs, because things happen to you in the past, don't they? And you kind of the emotion stays. You might forget that person, or you might not know them. And photographs. This song is called "On the Holly Tree," and it's based on 3 things I found in the attic in lockdown. One of them was a little box. I've got it if anyone wants to see it. And it had a picture of a girl that I sat next to a lake with, and a lock of hair. Oh, how my wife laughed. And it also I found a picture of me and my sister, which is also on the gift shop, taken on her birthday. And I found our wedding album, where my wife had cut out my head out of each of the pictures. Stuck a picture of Alan Titmarsh. I wasn't able to bring that because, except for the last one, because she didn't put her glasses on. So the last one, the big one where I'm kissing her, is Michael McIntyre, and she thought was Alan Titmarsh. I don't think you say Titmarsh to you, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I wondered about these emotion things, and everything, they're all transient, but the emotion of those moments survive. But when I was looking at that picture, I can't remember me sitting with my little lamb slippers and my lovely hobby horse. I can't remember that, but I remember how I felt. And it's called "On the Holly Tree." It's got a chorus, and it's about 25 minutes long. Little boy riding a hobby horse on St. Agnes Eve. Little girl wearing her party frock, leg of button sleeves. We'll never get them off sweet, Mother said. Best do as your mother bade, Father said. Very Johnny Cash, isn't it? I can't recall who took that snap, or why she wore my cowboy hat. But I remember how we felt, like being wrapped up in warm velvet, evergreen. tree, on the holly tree, on the holly tree. That's your bit. On the holly tree, on the holly tree, on the holly tree. Oh, you cheated. A lock of hair, a passport photograph in a keepsake box. First broken hearts, first cigarettes, consulate. Things will get better, wait and see. Mother said, just look at your mother and me. Mother said, I love this bit. I don't think of that girl too much, or why I kept that little box. But I remember the breakup grief, like clenching on a spiky leaf. Evergreen, like the holly, rage as red as the berries on the holly tree, 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 on the holly tree. Old photographs crack and fade, lose their gloss, the corners fray. Ain't that the truth? But the feelings still remain. They are the lines upon my face, and I carry them with me. Some blood red, some evergreen. Little boy, wearing his wedding suit on St. Petrok's Day. Judah said, little girl, in a dress of blue, matching nails. At least the sun has stayed the course, Mama said. Is that our boy on the hobby horse? Papa said. I can't recall much of the day. I thought that it might have rained. I can't. But I remember how we felt, wrapped again in warm velvet, evergreen, like the holly, smiles as bright as the berries on the holly tree, 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 on the holly tree. Really, really loud on the holly tree, on the holly tree, on the holly tree. One more time on the holly tree, on the holly tree. Thank you so much. Feelings are evergreen.
What a brilliant night, brilliant night. Thank you all for coming. We've run over by a couple of minutes, so I would ask you to take your empties to the bars, bring them up, and take your empties to the bar. Before you go, a huge hand for all the singers who sang this evening, and especially for Gerry Colvin.